Go ahead.
It says, the wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined.
Right, let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Meaning what? The crack epidemic, all that biological, the things we mentioned earlier, those were all devices of the so-called white man that he set up to destroy us, all right? Because what? They want to pretty much get rid of, they want to eradicate the so-called the whole population, not just black people. They want to cut Israelites. Yeah, Israelites, and even their own people. Yeah. You know, they say the earth is overpopulated. They want to bring it down to about 500,000 people.
500 million.
Or 500 million, which consists of the elites ruling over them.
Yep. All right. What the movie Hunger Games is about.
Yep.
Hunger Games is basically about after they've done eliminated and totally obliterated the world's population and brought it down. Well, here in the U.S., you got 12 districts set up, and they're basically just, it's a game of cat and mouse. The ones from the lower districts, districts 12, 11, 10, and 9, and 8, you're not set up to succeed. The ones that came from districts 1, 2, say through 5 or 6, they're trained to live out in the woods and to survive, because they're looked at as they're going to be the winners of the Hunger Games, and you that come from other districts, you're just in there just to be in there. But it's not set up for you to win. And in other words, that's an example of how he saw, like we were watching this move. They publicized death, was publicized and made a game like a sport, like basketball, football, baseball.
Right. Well, that's because that's in their spirit. They're them Romans, them pagan Roman Empire.
The gladiatorial games.
Exactly. Go ahead. Speak on it.
Yeah, it goes back to the gladiatorial games. You know, like when you watch movies like Gladiator or documentaries like Spartacus, Vengeance. You know, that's what they like the elders, Rhymelab and Benantazai. They did a show on it called Bread and Circus. You know, Bread and Circus is what they did to distract the minds of the people in ancient Rome. You know, to keep their minds off of the real issues. It's just like here in America today, which is modern day Rome, how they have all these sporting events. You know, the Super Bowl, the World Series, NBA playoffs. It's all distraction.
Boxing,
boxing,
MMA. Yep. And you notice the main things is the gory stuff, you know, the blood, you know?
UFC,
boxing, UFC.
They're conditioning your mind to
because everybody wants to see somebody get knocked the fuck out. That goes back to the thing with like the brother said, you know, the Romans, man, the so-called, it's in their spirit, you know? It's in their spirit to do so, man. I'm sorry, brother, go ahead. What you were saying?
No, I wasn't saying that. You made your point?
Yeah, you cut. Okay. I didn't cut you.
Psalms chapter 10 verse 3, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire.
Come on, man, who else is that talking about, man?
Yeah.
The so-called white man. The wicked boasteth of his heart's desire. Go ahead.
It says,
and all they've been talking about is basically the New World Order, the RFID chip, and seeing all you other so-called Israelite groups out there that, you know, thought we was just making shit up about this RFID chip and bugging out. You're going to see it's going to become a reality to you. And most of y'all going to take it. And know when you took it, you got the mark of the beast. You don't think you call on Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, because he's not going to hear you, man. It's going to be Matthew 7 and what is it, 21?
Okay.
On down?
Yep. And everyone that say, Lord.
Yep.
Look, he's going to say, I never knew you from me.
I never knew you.
You that work of iniquity. So a lot of you other guys out there, and you can't say you didn't know, man, because the Elder Tahar, from the rest of us on down, we've been pushing and teaching it, going into the documents, going into the scriptures, you know, going into it thorough.
Showing you news clips. Fox 5 News got clips on it. RT, all these different areas, these brothers did shows and showed you actual news clips where they were talking about it openly, about implanting children with RFID chips. If you buy an animal from any pet shop, they got chips in them already.
Yep.
So we here.
That's right.
We are there.
That's right, brother. Yep. Go ahead.
Says, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth.
Right. The wicked boasteth his heart's desire. That's talking about the elite among you damn Edomites, and then the underlings that come up under them. And you boasted about your heart's desire. Your heart's desire is to set up that fucking new world order.
Yep.
Is to get rid of 6.5 billion people on the earth. That's what you're doing. Right now, you just totally ripped the Constitution apart. Right now, they're working on the CISPA Act right now. They got SOPA in there now. They're bringing CISPA in there where they can just go into your emails and look. And they've been reading your emails anyway. It's just they're legalizing what they've been doing underhanded for long.
Yeah, that's it.
What shows that? 1998, the movie Enemy of the State came out. That movie was dealing with the what you call it, the
NSA.
The NSA bill,
National
right?
Security
The privacy
Agency.
bill. That was in the movie. It was talking about the privacy bill, and basically, the character played by Gene Hackman was telling Will Smith's character that they've been into everything since like the 60s, since they basically brought the NSA in. He said that they've been reading people's emails. They had a backdoor into people's emails and things like that. In that movie, Enemy of the State, that was back in 1998. That was like fucking 12 years ago. That was fucking 12 years ago that the movie was actually saying that. And then Will Smith said that a lot of the stuff they had in that movie, the satellite tracking and all that, it's all real. Yeah. So how the fuck can you not see what the fuck is going on? You talk shit about us always talking about these movies, but these movies is living proof. I was looking at a clip before we came out about people protesting about the CISPA Act, and people were walking around with masks on looking like V for Vendetta. Just like in the movie V for Vendetta, when V got the message out there about what the party was doing, people were walking around wearing masks demonstrating against the party. And these assholes are doing this shit here in America right now. It's an RT news clip. If you think I'm bullshitting, just look for it on the net and you'll find it if you think I'm bullshitting.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Art.
Says the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High.
Right. The so-called white man through the pride of his countenance, he's not going to seek after the Most High. Because first of all, they know that they're Esau. So in their mind, their attitude is fuck the Most High. That's the Esau's attitude. That's his mentality. And a lot of you Jakes got that same mentality too.
Right, and also too, that shows you that the so-called white man ain't gonna seek the Most High.
Nope.
That's right. All right.
But who they gonna seek? They're gonna seek after the spiritual demon Satan. And the funny thing about it is that the spiritual demon Satan answers to the Most High.
Right.
That he is the left hand. He is the chief on the left hand of the Most High. That's the chief of the left hand of the Most High. It don't go no higher than him. So they don't want to adhere to the word of the Most High, but they're following after him. He gets his orders from the Most High. There's going to come a point in time when he's going to back off of you. I hope you devils know that. There's going to come a point in time where the spiritual demon Satan, he gonna leave your ass dangling out there.
Yeah, forsaken. Yeah.
You're going to be forsaken by him. Go ahead, Art.
It says,
Isaiah 47.
what'd you say?
That Isaiah 47 goes into that.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Isaiah the 45th chapter goes into that.
Yeah.
Where the Lord said, I'm the Lord and there's none else. I form the light and create darkness. I create peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. That's just the left hand of the Most High, you stupid ass devils. Because you were rejected. Cain was rejected in the beginning. And Esau later on, who came back, that was Cain coming back, was rejected again. Alright? Like the scripture says in Romans the 9th chapter, before Jacob and Esau did anything, before Jacob did anything to be considered the righteous and Esau did anything to be considered the wicked, that the purpose of the Most High according to election might stand. And guess what? When they came back as Jacob and Esau, why was it at that point in time neither of them did anything to be, because guess what? They already did it back when they were Cain and Abel. That was Jacob and Esau was Cain and Abel coming back in the reincarnation. And Esau already fucked up as Cain. He killed his brother Abel, then lied about it. So there it goes right there. Why do you think I believe it's John the 8th chapter when the Lord was cursing out the scribes, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do, for he was a murderer from the beginning. Who was he talking about? Who committed the first murder? Cain.
That's right.
Who is that? The motherfucking so-called white man.
That's
which were the Romans then when the Lord said it.
That's right.
Yeah,
So it was a so-called white man.
yeah, because the Romans were ruling at that time.
That's right.
So back here in Psalm chapter 10, verse 4. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight.
Right. The Most High's judgments are far above out of this devil's sight. So you're going to continue to go on setting up your new world order and doing what you're doing. But guess what? There's going to come a point in time when the Most High is going to back you the fuck up.
Yeah.
And you know it. Because it happened during the time of Moses. Hell, during and after Moses, with Joshua and Caleb, when Samson, when the Spirit raised up Samson to come against you devils, well, really to come against the Philistines, which you devils worship the ancient gods that the Hamites worshiped back in the past. Whether it was a Canaanite deity or an old Egyptian deity or a deity of the Philistines worshiped Dagon, the fish god. That's where the Roman Catholic was called it's called the Mitre of Dagon, that hat that the Pope wears. So which is the fish god, which is a fish's gaping mouth of a fish. You worship all the gods that the ancient Africans were the ones, or let me say Hamites were the ones who were the ones that dealt with the spiritual side of worshiping the spiritual demon Satan. They were the ones that came up with the concept of the worship of Satan. You took it and went to another level with it. But it all goes back to them. So you ain't gonna seek after the Most High. And you're dumb. Because all of those ancient deities, it didn't work for them. And it ain't gonna work for you now. Right. You dumbasses. Go ahead.
As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved.
Right, that's what you devils think. You think you ain't gonna be moved, but I'm gonna put it to you just like this. Just like in the movie The Matrix, the first Matrix. They were running Morpheus, Neo, Trinity, they were running from the agents, right? The agents were everyone, and they were no one at the same time. Really, right now, everybody in America is basically a snitch.
Potential, yeah.
It's a potential. Everybody's a potential agent.
See something, say something.
See something, say something.
Now, text it.
Yeah, text it in. If you see
material.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, if you text something to somebody, you send somebody an email, that can be used against you now. The feds is going to take that information and they're going to,
or even if they see you on you could be on a bus or a train. You might be sitting there, on a computer, somebody can say you look suspicious. They can just text in, oh, it's a suspicious guy here. Or you can just have a beard on or be dressed in, your garment or something, and they can text and, oh, this guy looks suspicious.
Yep.
I think he's a terrorist.
He's a terrorist.
Yep.
And the text hotline will take it, then they'll have some motherfuckers right on your ass, man.
Yep. They showed you an example of that in the movie Conspiracy Theory. Every time he went and bought that book, I forget the name of the book, it was logged into an FBI computer that the book was bought. The same thing, and then he bought the book, and then they were right there around the corner to come and get his ass, because that way he was a direct mind control agent of MK Ultra, where they used him as a mind control. Mel Gibson, in the movie Conspiracy Theory, to kill people. Also, the movie 7 shows that. In the movie 7, when they were trying to catch the serial killer, Morgan Freeman had a special friend who was a part of, I think, the FBI on the low in the library, and they log every time somebody goes and takes out the book Mein Kampf, or a book on how to make bombs out of fertilizer or whatever. It's logged down in the FBI database, their name, phone number, the description is logged down. It was illegal back then. And in the movie 7, Morgan Freeman said that, look, that was illegal. Guess what? Now that's not illegal. The FBI been doing that for the longest. CIA, they've been doing that. They've been logging all that information down for the longest and chronicling it and keeping it there. So the movie 7 shows that. The movie Conspiracy Theory shows that. They've been doing this. What they passing right now is what they've been doing undercover for the longest anyway.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay? Go ahead, brother.
He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity.
Right, you think you ain't never gonna be in adversity. I'm gonna tell you like this. You shooting it like the scripture say in Psalm 64, how you shoot at the perfect, which you coming at us. there's gonna come a point in time when that whole running shit is gonna be over with. Like I said earlier about the movie The Matrix, there was a point in time when Neo had to stop running and start fighting. And there's gonna come a point in time when the Lord is gonna endow us with that power, and we're gonna fuck you up. Bottom line, we're gonna open up a can of whoop ass on your motherfucking ass. There's gonna come a point in time when basically you're gonna back us into a corner, and the Most High is gonna give us that power. All right, the Lord is gonna, whichever brother it is that gets that power, but whichever brother it is that gets that power, you better know that it's your ass, Esau, and there ain't no fucking where on the planet Earth where you can hide.
That's right.
His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud.
Right. Your mouth is full of cursing, deceit, and fraud. Even with the fucking IRS, that's fraud you're committing.
Yep.
You are unjustly incurring taxes on people, and then if somebody willingly tries to pay you back the insurmountable bullshit that you say that they owe, then you throw some other shit up in there.
Taxes.
Then you retro shit. But you got a law in the books that you can only go back 7 years. So how the fuck are you gonna collect taxes over 7 years? When you got a law that says you can't, even during the time of Al Capone, if his lawyers were fucking smart enough, they'd invoke that, but they didn't. There's a 7 year statute of limitation on when the IRS can go after you. So it's 2012. They can only go as far back as 2005 up till now. So anything prior to that, they can't get you for.
You gotta go deeper than that, brother. The